Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us today. Let's start with a very simple question. Is your support operation built for growth, or is it constantly reacting to it? As ticket volume increase, support teams often face similar challenges. Tickets take longer to get resolved, workloads become uneven, processes vary across agents, and managers struggle to maintain visibility. The result is a support operation that feels reactive rather than proactive. Today, we'll explore how to build a support environment that is organized, predictable, and scalable, and how BoldDesk can help make that possible. Before we begin, let me briefly introduce myself. My name is Dixon, and I work as a product expert here at BoldDesk. We are going to cover the challenges of disorganized support operations. Next, we'll see how to build structure with groups, forms, and workflows. Next, we'll cover how to create a predictable support operation with SLAs and auto assignments. We'll proceed to the scaling part of it, where we are going to discuss the automations, knowledge base, and AI capabilities. And finally, we need to measure our success. So we are going to look at the reporting and analytics, where we'll wrap up with key takeaways and a Q&A session. Let's first see the challenges of this organized support operation. We have examined what typically happens when support teams grow faster than the processes supporting them. There are four common challenges that organizations face. First is the workload imbalance. How many of you have seen a situation where one agent has 30 tickets while another has 5 tickets? That's often a sign that assignment processes need improvement. Without a structured assignment processes, workloads can become unbalanced, leading to agent burnout, slower responses, and reduced productivity. Next is missed SLAs and delays. As ticket queues grow, teams often struggle to prioritize urgent requests, resulting in missed SLAs and dissatisfied customers. Thirdly is the lack of visibility and consistency. Without standard processes and real-time visibility, teams often work differently, making support unpredictable and difficult to manage. And lastly is the scaling challenges. And for now, let me just ask you this question. What happens when your ticket volume suddenly doubles or triples? It is a question every growing support team eventually faces. The challenge is not just handling more tickets. It's doing so without sacrificing speed, quality, and customer experience. In many cases, manual processes simply can't keep up. That's where scalable processes become essential. I have an opening poll question for you. Everyone, please take a moment to cast your vote on this poll. What is the biggest challenge your support team is facing today? Is it an even workload distribution? Meeting SLA targets consistently? Is it lack of visibility into support performance? Or managing growing ticket volumes? I'll give you some time to check in the poll section and cast your vote. And this is just a reminder, if you have any question or feedback you want to share with us, please use the chat section and we'll be there to respond in real time. We still have more time to cast the vote. And thank you everyone for participating in the poll. Now, before we dive into the solution itself, I'd like to introduce Cliff, a knowledge-based management specialist here at Syncfusion, expertised in building scalable knowledge bases that power AI-driven support and customer self-service. Just a minute as Cliff joins the session. Thank you, Cliff, for joining us. From your experience, how can you tell when a support team has reached a point where processes and knowledge management needs to evolve?
Okay. So thank you, Dixon. From my experience, as organizations grow, support operations become harder to manage if the right processes and knowledge structure are not in place. Backlogs start to build up, tickets remain in queues for long periods, and agents begin handling similar issues in different ways. Another clear sign is when agents repeatedly ask the same questions, search through all tickets for answers, or depend too much on specific team members for information. At that point, the team needs a more structured knowledge base and clearer processes. What works for for a small team may not work when the ticket volume increases. So when support becomes reactive, inconsistent, or difficult to track, that is usually a strong indication that the process and knowledge management approach need to evolve.
Yeah, thank you, Cliff. That's a great point, and thank you for boldly bringing it up. Throughout today's session, we look at how BoldDesk help organizations address these challenges and build support operations that scale effectively. One more question, Cliff. Many organizations attempt to solve this problem by hiring additional agents. From your experience, what happens when teams scale people without improving processes?
Um, Hiring more agents can help in the short term, but it does not solve the underlying operational issues. If the processes are not clearly defined, the team may simply end up with more people working in different ways. Tickets may still be routed incorrectly, responses may remain inconsistent, and managers may still struggle to understand where delays are happening. In some cases, adding more agents without improving processes can actually make management more complex. Operational costs increase, but the customer experience may not improve at the same rate. For scaling to work effectively, teams need clear ownership, structured workflows, proper assignment rules, and a reliable knowledge base. Otherwise, growth only increases the number of people handling the same inefficient process. Thank you,
Exactly.
Dix.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scaling is not just about adding people. Scaling is about building systems that allows teams to operate effectively, efficiently as demand increases. The good news is that these challenges can be solved with the right structure, automations, and visibility. And let's see how BoldDesk achieve that. First, we are going to discuss how to build structure with groups and forms and how you can manage this with workflows. Let's begin with ticket form, are structured to collect every kind of information or key pieces you need during ticket creation process. For example, this is a ticket creation form for the customers. Here I can choose specific details which I need assistance on, provide the subject of the ticket, then I describe the issue. You can design a form to collect every kind of information before ticket is eventually created. Let's see how this ticket is going to be submitted. So already provided all the details required for this ticket. A ticket has come into the system. The quality of your support process depends heavily on the quality of information collected during ticket creation, and this you can achieve by using structured forms and custom fields. You can ensure that agents receive all the information needed for routing, prioritization, and resolution. Rather than asking customers for missing information later, everything can be captured. Next, let's see how to manage this with groups and departments. BoldDesk allows you to create up your departments depending on the structure you have in your organization. So in the admin center, we have the groups. And here I have created multiple departments. I have the billing support, identity and access management support, network support, security and compliance support, and technical support. Inside each department, I have added specific agents who will be serving in these particular departments. This ensures that once a ticket is created and it gets routed to the right team, the auto assignment will ensure the agents inside the team receive tickets accordingly. And you can manage this in several ways. We are going to discuss how ticket assignment work, whether you need to utilize round robin, event distribution, load-based, or skill-based assignment. With that, every scalable support operations begins with structure. Instead of having all tickets flow into one queue, teams can be organized into groups, and this ensures tickets are routed to the appropriate team from the start. Ownership becomes clear, and support delivery becomes more organized. Thirdly, let's look into the workflow automation. Having the right team and the right information is important, but organizations also need to ensure that every request follows a consistent process. Let me ask a very few questions. Do you currently follow a standard process for handling tickets? What stages does a ticket go through before resolution? Are there requests that require approval before work can begin? And once again, I'm going to invite my colleague Cliff to share more details information on workflows. Cliff, have you seen
Yes.
situations where the lack of a defined process creates bottlenecks or confusion?
Yes, definitely. One common example is a service change request. Without a defined process, the ticket may move between agents or teams without clear ownership. It may also miss required approvals, stay in the wrong status, or be assigned to the wrong team. This creates confusion because agents may not know what the next step is. With the workflow in place, agents do not need to guess the next step, and managers can ensure that requests are handled consistently.
Okay, is that all?
So,
Yeah,
yeah,
thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And we are going to see that in action. I already built a workflow that will request an approval and update the ticket status upon ticket creation. And definitely we are going to see what happens on the tickets. So for example, I have the ticket here. Immediately the ticket came in, workflow already has been applied on this particular ticket. Here you can see an approval request was sent. Next, with the approval request in place, the ticket status has changed to pending approval. It means that every agent that comes in, sees the ticket, can actually realize the stage of this particular ticket. An approval has been sent, and the approval is still pending. When you look at the ticket history, you can see what has happened. Here is one approval request workflow has been applied, and the impact is on the status and also creating of the approval request. A workflow defines the stages, statuses, and action a ticket must pass through from creation to resolution. With workflows, every ticket follows a consistent process and nothing falls through the cracks. Let's see the next capability, creating predictability with SLAs and auto assignment. Note this, predictability starts by ensuring that every ticket reaches the right person at the right time. One of the most common causes of delays is manually assigning tickets. A ticket comes in, it stays unassigned for a certain period of time. Managers need to manually investigate which tickets have not been assigned, analyze the ticket, identify the team responsible for that ticket, and then route it. This is time consuming. With auto assignment, tickets can be routed automatically based on predefined rules. And with BoldDesk, we support multiple assignment methods, depending on how you want to route, whether based on the expertise or based on load, or you need tickets to be distributed fairly across available agents. You can actually manage how this happens. Let me show you a ticket I've just created. Immediately the ticket came in, it got assigned, and this was done by automation workflows. Going to the history, you can see system automation, auto assignment, rule already applied, and the ticket was taken to the technical support, and the agent selected as Jacqueline Sarah. So with automations, you can actually predict where the ticket is going to land on. Next is the SLAs. You need to set clear targets when tickets need to get resolved or get response. Here's an example. The same ticket, the solution due has been updated based on the set targets, and the response due has also been updated based on the set targets. How was this defined? Looking at the history, you can see SLA, network, and security change request SLA rule was applied. This updated the first response due time and the solution due time. Going deep into how the rules were set, this is a common step for all the rules. Here you provide the rule name, and the most important thing is the conditions part. This identifies specific tickets which the rule needs to run on. You can use all the system defined and custom defined fields. So this is very flexible. And then on the next phase, for SLA, we set targets based on ticket priority for critical, high, normal, and low. You can enable reminder and escalation as well. So if you need to send a reminder before the ticket is breached, you can do that. And when you need to escalate the ticket to the next level of management, once the ticket is breached, you can also set up your escalation rules. So that is SLA. That brings predictability on when the ticket is going to be responded to and get resolved. Next, we are going to discuss scaling with automation, knowledge-based and AI. As support operation grow, success is not about working harder. It is about working smarter. Let's look at 3 capabilities that help teams scale efficiently. First one is automation roles. And here I have a very quick question for everyone. How much time does your team spend updating statuses, assigning tickets, sending follow-up messages, or escalating requests? Each task seems small individually, but together they can take up a significant part of agent's day. That's exactly where automation helps. With automation rules, repetitive activities happen automatically based on conditions you define. This reduces manual effort and allows agents to focus on solving customer queries. Let me show you an example. Just on the same ticket that came in, This will give you a clear idea on how processes can be managed for each and every ticket. This ticket came in. We have the create ticket trigger that set critical priority on change request tickets. What happened here is that the priority was changed from the normal, which is default, to high, and it was tagged from null to change request. This is automation in action. You don't need to do this manually. You need to set your rules and let the system work out for you. Everything will run based on the conditions defined, either based on ticket form, category, system, and custom fields. And then on the Actions tab, you set which actions you need to perform. These are admin tasks, but when automated, it saves a lot of time. Let me ask you another question. How many tickets does your team receive and have already been answered before or has been published as self-service articles? A well-structured knowledge base gives customers and support teams a single source of truth. It makes information easy to find, supports self-service, and provides the foundation AI needs to deliver accurate answers. The result is fewer repetitive tickets, faster resolution, and a better customer experience. With this feature, organizations can scale support more efficiently while maintaining consistency. Let me show you how knowledge base looks like. I'll go to the customer portal, and here is the knowledge base module. Here you can find the categories on which the articles have been published, making them easy to find based on the topics. Inside the categories, you create articles that provide a self-service option for your customers. Instead of creating a ticket, they simply get their queries solved through the self-service. Let's see the next capability, that is AI. As support operations grow, one of the biggest challenges is handling repetitive questions at scale. Imagine if common customer queries could be resolved instantly without creating a ticket at all. That's where AI creates a real value. And here again, I'm going to invite Cliff, who has been working closely in the knowledge base to empower AI to ensure they get achievable deflection. AI is one of the biggest topics in support today, Cliff. What are you seeing the greatest practical impact in the AI section?
The greatest practical impact I see is in reducing repetitive tickets and improving response speed. One of the metrics I would closely monitor is the ticket deflection rate because it directly shows how much work AI is helping the team avoid. Without AI, support teams can become overwhelmed. AI agents helps customers get answers faster and reduce the number of tickets that need human agent involvement. As a result, agents can spend more time on complex issues that require judgment, investigation. AI is strongest when it has uh, reliable content to work from. So that's it.
Thank you, Cliff. And definitely, it happens in most of the support organizations. They have deployed AI in their support process to ensure every ticket is handled first by AI before it gets escalated to human agent. Next is about the live chat, where customers reach out through live chat conversations. Most of our organizations have enabled AI assistance in those particular scenarios. For example, here's a ticket. It came in, and AI support assistant has posted a reply. Another scenario is where a customer tries to reach via live chat. For example, here when a customer tries to ask any question, the AI will take charge. Instead of your support agents receiving the tickets for frequently asked questions, AI instantly resolve them. With that, we reduce manual effort, accelerate resolution times, and allow support teams to focus on high-value work. Lastly, we have an old saying, you cannot improve what you don't measure. Now we are going to how to measure success with reporting and analytics. As support operations grow, visibility becomes increasingly important. Reports and dashboards enables organization to monitor ticket volume trends, SLA compliance, agent and team performance, AI deflection rate. All this goes around predictable support, organized support, and scalable support. These insights help organizations to transition from reactive decision making to proactive operational management. To illustrate this better, here's a real world example. I'll open our support.bolddesk.com to show you how we actually achieving the deflection rate at this particular time. I move to the reports module, and here I search for the AI agent performance dashboard. And you can actually see total conversations that has come in and our current deflection rate together with our current escalation rate. In this case, the AI agent is consistently delivering 65 to 75% deflection rate. And Cliff is going to give you a secret on what he has taken into measure to ensure that the AI consistently achieve this. Cliff, what are the key practices you have put in place to help AI agent achieve and sustain this level of deflection?
Thank you, Dixon. Honestly, there is no big secret. I keep a close eye on the ticket deflection rates, continuously improving the AI. We also use a RAG report, which helps the AI pull the right information from our help articles, making it much effective at resolving customer queries on its own. So that's it about that.
Yeah, thank you for that. And definitely, that's how this has been improved, and we have achieved that high level of deflection rate. Our target is beyond that, and we keep working on our knowledge-based content and training AI regularly to ensure that it goes beyond 75%. As we scale support operations, the goal is to support more customers without growing the support team at the same rate. Before we wrap up, let's quickly recap today's key takeaways. Organized support begins with structure, ownership, and standardized processes. Predictable support relies on SLAs, intelligent assignment, and accountability. Scalable support requires automation, self-service, and AI-assisted efficiency. Continuous improvement depends on visibility through reporting and analytics. The goal is not simply to manage tickets. The goal is to build support operation that remain efficient, consistent, and sustainable as your organization grows. Thank you, Cliff, for attending the session and giving us clear ideas on how you manage your support operation and how you achieve the higher deflection rate with your support operation in place. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. I'll now open the floor for the questions and answers. If you have any question that you need to be clarified, please use the chat. We'll be there to respond.